Sam Thompson, otherwise known as Norris12, otherwise were known as at EPRS Thompson. I am here with Jamie, Met.
Yep, hello guys. How are you? Obviously I heard last week's race was a bit exciting, obviously hopefully more the same this week.
That was an absolute belter, in my opinion. And obviously ILRT, you know, if he's in this session right now, he's not in the session right now. In fact, he's just joined. He was your race winner last week, and he's also was the driver of the day last week. It was very close between him and Leon. And Jamie, have you watched that race? Or you said you watched parts of it, didn't you? So
yeah, I saw the battle. It's a pretty close battle. It seemed at the front, and obviously the winner was quite in the air for most of the race, which is always good to see. And obviously, then we've had some new drivers joining. You know, recently joined, and he didn't get to race in France, but because he had disconnection of formation, but I think he certainly made up for it last week.
Yeah, he definitely did. From having connection issues and not being able to race to winning the race the next weekend, absolute treat for you. It kind of shows that he was eager to win in the end, and he's now got a win in one hub. So hopefully he can keep that performance going, obviously, into today's race. What about the championship leader then, ILRT Leon? What do you think about him at the moment? Do you think he's gonna?
He seems very consistent. You know, he maybe hasn't won as many races recently, but he's always around that podium. And when you're in a championship battle, you need to really score points, score high points in as many races as possible. And he's doing a good job. But Ollie, he's not far behind, and Ollie's a really quick driver and legend as well. He's had some good races recently, and he's looking very much a three-way battle for the drivers' championship.
Yeah. I mean, don't count out Taze Leroy, by the way. I've heard that the last couple of races he's been pretty quick, and not gonna lie, he has been on the bounce at the race. He is a race winner already, and he could have won the race last race, because like I said, there was like 7 people who could have won the race last race. Unfortunately, I think he crashed out or something. I don't know who it was. I'm not sure if it was Skeven or not. If I'm correct.
Got a big penalty for that. Yeah, it might have been him. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
He got. Oh, was that for Westy? Skeven got a penalty.
I think it was Skeevy and Westy actually, because Westy was an interesting one as well, because he went on. I think he did the alternative strategy. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think he was on the softs and Skeven was on the mediums, and that would have been interesting for Westy, because obviously Westy is still waiting for his win this season so far.
He had the Collie ban because he had a collision with Leon in France. He had the Collie ban last week. You know, so he had sat on the back grid, and he was doing quite well from what I saw. And he was probably up for the podium, and then at the end it just all went wrong for him.
It was quite unfortunate for him, and yeah, I think he would have been driver of the day for me. Either him or TNR. I'm not even going to say it. Z3.
CC3.
Z3, yeah. Yeah, he was a contender for driver of the day. I think Kieran voted him for driver of the day last week. He came up from the back of the grid as well. I don't think he set a lap time because he kept invalidating. Typical Austria, if I'm being honest. But he kept on invalidating, and he came through to, I think it was P6 as well. But I gave the driver of the day to because of his amazing defending of Leon. That was very tight between those two. And also the other person on the podium, let's not forget Nexus Legend, who got a podium obviously, as I've just said, but he only got really a podium because of Ollie Flavel had penalties and Nexus didn't. And maybe he was quite fortunate as well, since there was like an incident earlier in the race, which put him down all the way to 8th, so I guess he's kind of lucky to get a podium, in my opinion.
Yes, if you get involved in incidents early on, just never give up. You never know what may happen. Yeah, he's quite lucky, but you make your own luck sometimes, and that might be a pretty good recovery driver. But we have seen good recovery drivers all season, these drivers, and I think they realise in such a close battle that the points really do matter, and you can't afford DNFs.
If you look at if you've got the table up right now, I've got the table up right now. I'm looking at the mid-table fight, and there's nobody between 20th and 8th. Nobody is more than 10 points behind the car in front, which is actually amazing in my opinion.
yeah, we've got to from Leroy downwards. Yeah, that is quite
Quite
incredible.
tight.
Yeah, some drivers down there. Obviously, Leroy, you know, they did join quite late on, so you maybe expect them ski van as well. You maybe expect them to push on a little bit, but yeah, I think there's a few drivers, you know, to team contracts that comes up again in Monaco, not Monaco, in Italy after Italy. So
Monaco. It's come and gone.
Guys, maybe looking at that and maybe looking to move up the teams. As obviously we've got a couple of guys who have yet to get off the mark, and Foxy and Rob Forbes, and well, I'm hoping tonight that they actually manage to do that.
Yeah, and let's obviously not forget the battle for the lead. 3 drivers can be leading the championship outside of Britain. Nexus legend, Ollie Favell and Leon. And Leon's currently leading right now, 8 points ahead of Ollie Favell. But if one incident happens, especially around Britain, there is, I think it's turn 9, I think it's just before Maggots and Beckett's. Sometimes you maybe get a little bit overwhelmed around that corner and you seem to spin. Could that catch Leon out perhaps, do you think?
Oh, I think they'll be extra careful. Obviously, it's a very high downforce track, so you have to be but you have to run quite efficient downforce because there's plenty of straight. So yeah, I think there might be some compliance and setup. And obviously, we know from Silverstone, we know in Britain it can rain a lot here, so don't be surprised if you see rain clouds.
That could be another thing. The weather. Do you know what these drivers are like in the wet? Who's got like the top pace here in the wet?
We haven't really seen much wet running this season, to be honest with you. So I think we had a wet qualifying once, but we haven't had a wet race. So it's a bit in the air what happens there in the wet. So obviously you tend to see sometimes a bit of a mix up the order. Some drivers do exude confidence in the wet, and some drivers do struggle. So if that does happen today, that could be another interesting thing to look out for. But Silverstone does look beautiful in the sunshine, so I'm personally hoping it does stay sunny.
Same here, in my opinion. Nice dry races, probably all for the best really around Silverstone, if I'm being honest.
Got 19 drivers, which is a pretty good turnout for the race. It's good to see.
Just need one more. I don't know who is missing, but probably hopefully it's not too worrying who it is, but at this current point we've got 19 drivers. That's a lot of drivers. That's almost a full house. I mean, that's good, isn't it?
Yes. We did early on the season. We did have some issues with attendance in this team. So we had a lot of drivers who weren't really pulling the weight. But recently we have got a lot. These drivers have been really committed and got really good racing. And hopefully this is our lineup towards the end of the season. Hopefully we won't get that many changes because we have had a lot of changes early on. But it's good to see what's happening now.
It is really nice to see full houses being reached pretty much. Have you got any dark horses for today then?
I'm sure. I think I've always liked the people like Jonas Ulbricht and James Slater. Like these two guys tend not to qualify that well. They tend to go a bit under the radar, but in the races they do tend to stay out of trouble. They do tend to pick up the places. They tend to avoid them time penalties. Obviously Silverstone's not a place where time penalties are that common, but they can still happen. So I expect them two guys to really be up there. But you see James Slater was a bit of a dark horse. He's currently 4th in the championship. You can't really say that for him, but he's had a lot of 5th and 4th places. He's yet to get that elusive podium. Can tonight be the night for him?
I think it might be for tonight for him. I believe he can get a penalty, a podium. No, he doesn't want that at all. You've got my words mixed up. If he gets a podium tonight, I think it'll be very good for him. Obviously, you got your 3 leaders there who obviously want to get a podium. I need to sort my words out. As you know, is the winner. Do you think he can continue today, or do you think someone else could?
Yeah, I think can win, but I say there's 5 or 6 drivers I can see winning this race. You've got likes of Arlene Legend and Westy and Leroy. Yeah, there's a lot of drivers who can win this race. That's good to see because that does offer a lot of excitement, as I believe our 20th driver is going to be joining us pretty shortly, so we should have a full house, which should be good to see.
I think it's like a lottery today, in my opinion. It's very, very close. Anyone can win it. Like you said, we're still waiting on the 20th driver. You said he's now coming. He should be. Hopefully he's now joining. So yeah, I can see what you mean. It's like a lottery in this division for where anyone's going to finish because everyone is pretty much everywhere and everyone is very close in terms of points. There's only two big gaps really, and that's between James Slater and Nexus and Leroy and Praga. But besides that, there is no real gaps at all. And obviously they will emerge. But being midway through the season, pretty much, it's incredible to see the division this close, and it's probably the closest division out of all the divisions.
Yeah, it's very competitive. A lot of times the qualifying is separated by 1 second, so yeah, it is really competitive. And our 20th driver joins. I believe this might be our first full house this season in all the tiers. So
that's a great.
Well done, everybody.
That's great to see. That is. Hopefully we can keep that up. Obviously, it's probably likely as well. But moving on to the constructors, we haven't talked about the constructors really, and I actually feel bad
Williams,
now. Williams are flying away with it right now, but who said that McLaren and Racing Point are out of it? Like I said, Leroy has joined recently, and Taze Leroy has been quite quick, and he's already got a race win under his belt this season. He could be a real big drive force for Racing Point, and let's not forget his teammate Ron Line, who's probably not had the season he wants, but I don't know why was in spectator there. Probably not had the season he wants, but I believe he can probably pull off a few surprises coming into the second half.
He had a good race to Spain, but I think maybe he's just had a bit of lucky in instance. When you're in that midfield at the start, it does tend to bunch up, and he's maybe caught along an instance. But his pace is pretty strong, and yeah, as you say, Williams in the lead, but the teams are certainly got stronger since the team contracts reviews, which we want to see. So that's one to keep an eye on. And Prague has to pull his weight a bit more, I think, because he's struggled recently.
Yeah, so now as we go into qualifying, I want your predictions. Who is going to get pole?
I'll go with Ollie Flavel, I think. I fancy him for the position.
I'm gonna go with Taze Leroy. You know, he's had the pace. I think it's an interesting one. I think Yanul was going to be up there again. Obviously, I think he has started his one hub life pretty well. Let's be honest. I mean, maybe France not so much, but a race win technically on his debut race. I think he'll be up there as. I think Ollie, like you said, he'll probably be up there as well. All the top three will probably be striving to get like pole position, but I really have faith in Taze Leroy today.
Yeah, he's been a really good driver. He's debut in Monaco, he got a podium, and you get a podium there, you can get a podium anywhere. He's got a dry qualifying session, which is good to see.
I think everyone hates Monaco. Let's be honest, that's a track that most people hate.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Britain then. Hopefully someone can come out of the pits soon. I wonder who the first one is going to be out.
Yeah, obviously it's a very long pit lane, so you might be waiting a while for this car to come out.
Pit strategies could be interesting as well. I noticed that some people, because I did podium earlier, I noticed some people did the reverse strategy. Some people did the medium tyres. So that was interesting. I think that's a McLaren coming out first. That is a McLaren. Correct, that is. And that is also someone else. That was an Alpha. Is that Jonas? Yes, it is. Okay. That's not Jonas. That would be. I'm just going to stick with Skeven because.
Skeven's out on hard tyres, interestingly. So
that's an interesting start. A lot of people went softs. Nobody really went hard tyres. It's pretty interesting. They've gone to harder compound. I expect people to maybe go on the mediums, maybe to go on the softs, but I wasn't expecting some people to go on the hards. It's interesting.
I thought because it's such an easy one, so I thought most guys want to qualify on soft tyres because to get the track position. I don't think I'd be quite surprised if drivers do qualify on medium because you're going to give up a lot of time, and on such a close grid, you might have a lap that might be good enough for like the top 6, but if you qualify in the medium, you're down near the back of the grid. So if I was these guys, I'd just qualify on the softs and just do the soft to medium, which just seemed the quicker strategy. What I've seen so far, I've seen some guys switch on to hard tyres, but the hard tyres don't seem to give as much as the mediums, and the mediums you can get them quite a long way into the race. So if you're outside the top 10, you may fancy medium to soft and maybe praying there'll be a safety car happening. So 20 cars in this field, you might be shooting an F, so a safety car may occur, but you know what this game's like for safety cars.
Yeah, this game is terrible for safety cars, and you can have incidents such as when cars are in the pit lane and they retire in the pit lane like they're probably supposed to, and there's still a safety car come out. It's very unfortunate when that happens. And Skeever's coming into the pits. He's probably realised that he's put the wrong tyres on. Is anyone onto their actual lap? You know will be on his actual lap. Last race's winner. Very interesting battle between him and Leon. That's going to be very interesting today. I believe them two can probably repeat that today, as Britain is quite a DRS train, kind of, not really, but you do seem to stick together around Britain if you can keep it like that. But yeah, I agree with you on strategy. I don't know why guys have gone for the harder compounds. I believe the only reason you should go on hard tyres around this circuit in the race is if you crash on the first lap and get wing damage or something.
Yeah, well,
I think it is just a soft medium or medium soft if you're at the back and you've got that consistent pace.
Yeah, maybe if the safety car comes out lap one, you might fancy a gamble, but I still think even if the safety car come out, I still feel like the medium movement quicker strategy because you just lose so much grip and they just don't have the grip all day. And what I noticed the hard time in this game watching drivers is they do take a few laps to get up the temperature, so you will be something for a warm up and come out the pit, so the undercut on the hard tyre will not be as effective as it would be on the medium.
The hard tyre is just not really. It's not really a qualifying tyre at all, is it? In any sense, maybe one or two circuits, but despite that, there's no point. The
Mills about to finish his laps. So we got first laps on the board, 1:26.6.
That's a very quick lap. That is to start you off.
Yeah.
I want to see any guys can get in to the lower 1:26. Should be able to. Should be capable.
Track will grip up obviously during the sessions, so and drivers will get more and more confidence longer to go, and you also do get the added addition of as Leroy just pips your nose time there, not much in between them, only 4/100ths of a second, so nice competitive early lap time for them too. As yeah, I do believe we will get we might get a high 26, low 25. I think we'll be pole position.
Don't you mean a low 26, high 25?
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Foxy dude, 1.5 seconds off on those hard tyres. It's not bad, I guess, to start off with. That's actually a pretty decent lap.
I remember him, he raced in France and he qualified quite well, I believe. I think he qualified in the front row, but he had connection issues in the race, so hopefully they're resolved. And there's another driver that showed good pace in France, but that's the only race he's done so far, I believe. I didn't lead the race in Austria, so yeah, we haven't really seen his true potential yet.
So we go on board with Ollie Flavel. I think he's already done a lap already and invalidated. He might come in actually.
Soft tyres do give up a lot of grip, don't they, if you do a qualifying lap, so yeah. And obviously with the ERS you can't do 2 back-to-back laps, so you've got to really manage that with the out laps as Leon pits.
Yeah, I noticed with the ERS it's so annoying. And something's gone on sector 2.
Yeah, Rob Forbes was in the gravel trap in Stowe, I believe, and he's continuing. So yeah, he's come to the pits and he's taken a pretty scenic route through Magnussen Beckett's there. So yeah, well, Cops, so he went off at Cops. He went off, not Stowe. His teammate doesn't get held up, but I believe they're both in laps anyway. So.
There's no times being set right now that really seem competitive at the moment. I believe someone's on a lap right now. Is anyone on a lap right now? I don't think they are they really on a competitive one?
Mediums, so let's see what this puts him up to. About to finish it, a 1:27.9 for Legends.
It's not amazing. I mean, James is 3/10 faster than him there, so could be a little bit of a scare for him. He probably want to improve on that, but he's only on the medium tyres, so give him a little leeway.
I think it was a lot of these guys come back in the pits now, so we've had our first runs, and Leon's on pole at the moment with Leroy in second, Yanul in third, and they're all separated by half a tenth, so that is good to see. We've got Z3's in a good lap there in fourth, you have to say, with Rob in fifth, Arrowline sixth, and Clone in seventh. They're our main soft laps so far. What the guys behind us at the laps of mediums.
I think we haven't seen enough of Z3 really. Let's be honest. I believe he's quite low down in the championship. He had a disappointing qualifying in Austria. Couldn't set a lap time, so it was very hard for me to see what pace he was showing. But he was showing pretty decent pace in the race. So, I mean, if his race pace is so good, and if his qualifying pace is this good as well, I really don't really. I would kind of see him as maybe a chance of winning this race. You never know.
No, so you saw Stephen retired qualifying. He's on a qualifying ban, so back in Austria, he's got a qualifying ban, so he'd be starting from the back of the grid. So don't be alarmed to see that. He just probably retired in the pits and we got set sorted. So
yeah. I was gonna say I thought someone had a qualifying ban, but I couldn't remember who. That's my answer. Who it was? That was probably for the incident with him and Westy. Westy has not set a lap time yet.
Neither Frager or Olisa. Some of the quick guys at the back, they haven't set a lap. They put themselves under a little bit of pressure. They've still got 2 runs left at it, but you want to get a lap time more this one. You don't want to leave it to your final run. I've had it plenty of times where I've had to get a lap on the final lap just to get a lap time on the board. What you tend to do, you tend to underdrive a little bit.
You know, was drifted around the corner. It's probably his lap done for, but yeah, like you said, all these drivers are on outlaps right now, so, and I believe they're all quick drivers as well in the championship, especially Flavel, Praga and Westy. I'm not sure about Dan. Dan's around mid-table, but the championship is so close, you can't really tell who's at the top and who's at the bottom.
Leroy's starting a lap, so I've gone on board with him, the Racing Point driver. Obviously, he only needs to improve by 300 and he'll be on pole position. Can he do it? Yeah, it's possible for him, you have to say. He gets a decent lap at it, and he's up on the first sector, 27-1 first sector, not a bad first sector for him. Obviously, this is where your main lap and middle sector, obviously, the Maggot, with the Cops, Maggot, Beckett's complex. This would be really...
Go ahead.
No, this is where they really test out your car, and it's looking pretty good so far through there. Approaching Maggots and Beckett's now. You easily lose your car here. You can get car feel quite unstable around here, especially in qualifying lap, but it looks pretty good so far. He's nailing them apexes. The second sector line's coming up now. Don't avoid the grass. He's 2.5 tenths up, so this could be a low 1 minute 26 for him if he nails this final sector. Stowe, obviously, don't go too wide here. You might get valid. Ooh, just about perfect into the final, into the club section now. Pretty tricky section here. Possibly overtaking around here, but not easy. Into the final corner now. What can he do? A mid. What is it?
He's got pole right now. That's great lap time.
Yeah, lost some time to the final sector, but he's done enough there. He's going board with all in, see what he can do. He's near the end of this lap. He'll be looking to get near that 1 minute 26. Obviously, I haven't got a lap time for him yet so far. He's gone very wide there, but I think he's going to get away with it. The track limits are quite lenient on there, I've noticed, around
next is Clune, he's up to 5th.
Yeah, Foxy gets pole.
Foxy dude, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. Clavel goes 3rd with that, so see what... Oh. Westy's about to finish lap. He's at 20th place at the moment. We do expect him to improve from that position to get this lap on the board. I expect him to be up there with the likes of Yadol and Leon.
Be interested to see where Westy is, because he was very, very fast on race pace, and like I said, he could have had a podium despite having to start at the back of the grid. So it'll be interesting to see how he does in qualifying today, as he's just gone 4th place. I've just missed him because I'm here on board with Leon right now, who's now coming through Maggots and Beckett's. I just need to see where his sector is. I'll find out in a second. He's gone too wide. Yeah, he's gone wide. That's his lap gone. That's also his tyres gone as well.
Yeah.
So who is out on a lap now? Nexus Legend would be an interesting one to spectate right now. He's down in 13th at the moment, but I don't believe he has set a lap on the Sauce.
He's 2 tenths of a sector 1, so we do expect a pretty big improvement here. I do expect him to be up in that top with like 26s in a lap here. He nails his final 2 sectors.
Especially if he's challenging for the championship, of course. Only 9 points between the top 3. Very, very tight. We're already halfway through the season as well, so it's about to get even. It's probably about to get even tighter into the second half of the season. Anyone can win it out of this top 3, maybe even top 4, 5 or 6, because it's so close in Pinnacle.
you get a run of 3 or 4 wins together, you can definitely hold yourself back up to there. As Legend's half a second up, so at the moment I expect him to go to be in probably the high 26s, low 27s.
Has he improved enough though? I don't think he can. I think
No.
he might go past James, but that's about it really, isn't it? If you look at it currently. How's James doing quickly? He's now coming through the final sector, but finally Nexus comes across the line. He's 9/10 up. He is up into 9th.
Final sector there.
James is just about to finish his lap. I don't know if it was valid. Sorry. It's just he basically hasn't improved.
Yeah, he's improved his time, but not his position. You do tend to see that a lot. As you know, it's on lap, but he's slightly down in sector 1.
Keep on board with him though.
There's still possibility for him to improve.
I believe he's a wheel user. Maggots and Beckett's is a huge plus for wheel users, I believe, more than what pad users are. So that's going to be interesting to see what Yunol can do through here. I usually go flat out through the first two corners. These first 2 corners, I think Yunol's done the same, and then I start to brake at this corner as well. Yunol's done the same, and he's used all the track space he can. That's pretty good, but he's still down. But he is a little bit up from his sector 1 time, but he's still a tiny bit down.
Sector, he could jump Leo, good final sector, so we'll see what he does.
He could do, but he's not challenging Foxy Dude. Oh, he's gone into the pits. I don't think anyone is challenging Foxy Dude at the moment.
No.
He's doing a very good job at the moment. Anyone on a lap?
We've got Minty's on a lap. Apparently, I don't believe he's
got.
Sector 1. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that too. Perhaps he is. You never know, but
James Slater's doing another lap on soft.
Oh yeah, he's come across, so there's no way he's still on that proper lap time.
A little bit of lull, obviously now. All these drivers are coming back to pits now, and they'll be setting. I think James Slater's decent for me because he's going. He says he's in the pit, but on my view, he's slowly going down turn 1 and turn 2. So I think he's decent for me, James Slater. So
yeah, he is also for me. I'm just on board with him now. I'm just waiting for people to come out. No one's come out.
Everybody's in the pits now, so
Dan and Praga need to set a lap time. They've got one more chance to set a lap time, otherwise they'll be starting behind Skeven, despite Skeven getting a quali ban. I don't know if that really counts actually, but according to the game, these two will be starting on the back row and not Skeven, so Skeven kind of gets away with it a little bit.
They base it on like your car number at the start of the race, so I think if Skeven's got a lower car number, then yeah, he's got to start ahead, which is
could get away with it.
Yeah, bit of a weird way of doing things, but
yeah. So
Clone's going to be our first guy to set a lap. So I've quickly down top 10 for you. So we've got Foxy Dude on pole, with Leroy in 2nd, Ollie Flavel 3rd, Westy in 4th, Leon 5th, Gunnull in 6th, Rob Forbes in 7th, Aaron Line 8th, Legend in 9th, and Z3 in 10th.
Yeah, so Nexus Clone is the only one on. Well, Westy's on an out lap, but he's the first one on an out lap right now. So we're going to keep on board with Nexus Clone. Let's hope he can improve his lap time. He's only 7/10 off the leader, so there is a potential chance he can beat Foxy Doo's lap, but Foxy Doo's lap looks pretty certain to be his pole position lap, unless anyone...
By 3, if you improves by 2.5 attempts, you move to 8th place, so it just shows you a tiny bit of improvement. You can gain a lot of ground as always, a bit slidey out. That's going to help us approach to Abbey.
No, it has not at all. And like I said to Kieran in the last stream, how everyone is really just is within a second really between pretty much the top half and the bottom half. I mean, there's a little bit of guys at the back there, but 2 of them, Asahina and Jonas, for example, those 2 have not set lap times on the soft tyres, so that's something to wonder if they're going to go on to the soft tyres, which they are.
Clones up. Obviously, in Austria, you do expect that 'cause it's a shorter track, but Silverstone's one of the longest tracks of length in the calendar, so to see these guys still so close to your long track is good to see. As everybody's out now, everybody's out apart from Skivan, obviously, so they're all out for the final flying lap. There's a lot of traffic. These guys
only one person on a flying lap right now. That is Nexus Clone, who we are on board with. He's now coming through Maggots and Beckett's. He's gone down to 7th gear there. Let's see how if he's up or if he's down after sector 2. Let's find out. He is up by 2/10.
he could maybe get 8th place with a good final sector. We'll see.
Maybe even higher. You never know. I mean, if it was an amazing last sector, maybe you could get 7th place.
Out the way of him, which is good to see. As Westy and Leon are starting their laps, so we'll get one of them as soon as Clone's finished.
Clone's coming around the final corner. Let's see what his lap time's going to be. It's a decent last corner. He's lost a lot of ground in that final sector. As I go on board with Westy,
jumped to 11, so he's guaranteed to start on the fresh set tyres. As Westy
coming through Maggots Beckett's now as well. It's going to be very interesting to see where he ends up, because he looks like he could probably be beating Foxy Dude. Any of these top 10 now could probably beat him.
Could have an all Friday front wheel after this lap, you never know.
Let's see if he's up or if he's down. He's down by 2/10. That is probably not what he wants to see.
See what Leon's doing then, if we see if he's going to improve. I don't think Westy will improve by much. I don't think he'll gain 3/10 of the final sector. If he does, fair play, because there's not much in the final sector.
It's showing that Leon is up by 1/10. I'm not sure if that's entirely correct, but as he comes through Maggots and Beckett's as well, now he's kind of lost the car a little bit. Has that affected his lap time a lot? No, he's up by 2/10. This could be a pole lap right here. Maybe not too much a pole lap, but he definitely is challenging Taze Leroy big time, who is also on a flying lap. I don't know where he is on the track. There is yellow flags in sector 2, which shouldn't really be at. But, oh well. As Leon comes around the final corners.
He could do it, you never know.
Let's see what he's going to get. He's got pole. Wow. What is Ollie's response? Okay, Ollie's response is crashing out. Taze Leroy is coming through the second sector. I don't know how he's doing. How's Foxy Dude doing? He's a little bit down.
Even with he's made a lot of mistakes, so I don't think he's going to improve. We'll see what Leroy can do. Got a switching of his teammate. That might help him out if he can get out of his way.
This is tactics. This is tactics right here. This is great to see. Taze Leroy might get pole, so my pole prediction really might actually come true. Rob Forbes has just got pole. Wow, we've completely missed.
That slipstream will help, but
what's he gonna get? He's got 4th. Everyone's improved lap times by like 3/10.
He invalidated his lap.
Oh, did he? Oh,
but he validated. He was a 26-1, but he invalidated.
Oh, I was gonna say for a minute. Oh my word! Anybody else still out? Oh, Z3's not on a lap, is he not? Oh, that is disappointing.
Time, but
everyone is finished then. So Rob Forbes takes pole position in Britain. I mean, it could have been Taze Leroy if he didn't get invalidated. Very close for him there. Very unfortunate. Probably bashing his table or something in frustration. Still, P4 was good.
They're not the way down the Constructors' Championship, but that's good for them at the moment. Get pole position. Rob, he did challenge for the lead in France, but he got involved in an instant, so he has got good pace, but we haven't really seen it properly in a race yet. I believe he did spin out of a good position in Austria as well, so he's quick, but he hasn't had a clean race yet, that's all. We'll do a quick rundown on the order. So
the rundown of the order is, well, Rob starts on pole in that Mercedes, and like Jamie has just said, he has had poor races in the end of the day, pretty inconsistency there, but he has got pole position. Leon in second, Foxy Dude in third, Taze Leroy fourth, Janol in fifth, Ollie Flavel in sixth, Westy seventh, Nexus Legend in eighth, Ron Line in ninth, and TNR Z3 in 10th.
You've got Unknown African in 11th, Nexus Clone 12th, Jonas Orbit 13th, James State 14th, Bagger Bones 15th, Ashiana 16th, Minty 17th. I believe Praga was 19th, and we had Skivan 19th, and I can't remember who was 20th.
Oh,
Dan
was
20th. Dan was 20th.
Did they not set lap times? Praga
did, but it was like 1 minute 36. So yeah, it wasn't.
I don't know what happened to Dan then. He must have invalidated.
Don't know what happened to Dan, but yeah, it was. So we're about to get underway for this formation lap, and nice dry weather again as our quickly munching our sponsors Next Level Racing as they're kindly sponsors for this season. We have got the opportunity this season of all 4 drivers champions will be winning a wheel stand courtesy of Next Level Racing. So if you win that championship, you'll be getting a nice little prize, and obviously if you want to fancy one yourself, then you can always go onto the onto the website, onto the code description of the One Hub Next Level Racing website, and type in the code OneHub10, you get that 10% discount for yourselves. A bit of a tongue twister there.
Also, if you want to follow One Hub Racing on Twitter or on Instagram, just go to @One Hub Racing, and you should find it there anyway. Also, subscribe to us. Is that not correct?
Yeah.
It is correct. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to us on YouTube, and you can also look on to the One Hub website, which is just onehubracing.com, and there you can find things like standings, forums, and maybe even sign up for One Hub Racing. Why not? Give it a go.
Yeah, I think. Obviously we had a few new drivers join the league this week, and we've got a pretty full waiting list, but we're trying to run down it. The temperatures have been pretty good of late, so that's good to see. So yeah, I think there's sign-ups are open, but there's a few tiers which are quite full, so there's a few of our co-commentators.
There's a lot of loyalty, in this in this league.
Yeah.
I mean, I was waiting for 5 months to get into One Hub, to be honest with you. That just shows the loyalty of the drivers, so it's very good community.
We'll have a quick run down the starting tyres. Obviously the top 10, they will start on the softs as they qualify them, but we've got Unknown African in 11th on the mediums, we've got James Slater in 14th on the mediums, with Ashiana, Praga and Skivan all on mediums, and the rest are on softs. And we've got no 17th place driver, which I don't know what's happened there, but we've got no 17th place drivers.
I believe that was Minty, because Minty left the session. I think that may have been internet connection issues. He did join back, but I don't know if he's been kicked out. If so, that is really frustrating for Minty there.
Yeah.
If so, but I hope that's not true. I'm sure that Minty will get back in as soon as possible. Hopefully he can.
Of an undrivable setup, so it'd be interesting race for him down in the 8th. His lap time was about to get underway, so wait for these cars to line up, and if you don't mind doing honours, and we'll get these cars off the grid.
There's a few more yet to get into their grid slot, and now we are all in our grid slots, so now we're just waiting for the lights. Hopefully the lights will show up for me.
We've got the best camera view in the world. Oh, there we go.
And there we go. 2 lights, 3 lights. We've got 5 lights now, as all the drivers are ready to get racing, and we are underway. And Minty's left the session immediately. But as we talk, Rob's got a really good start. ILRT Leon has dropped off down to 3rd place already. Foxy Juice up to 2nd. Is up to 4th as well. And Leon and are now battling for 3rd place. This is very interesting. What a poor start from Leon.
Yeah, we've seen this a lot in this tier. We've seen the guys at the front row of the grid. One guy gets a great start, one guy gets a poor start. Rob Forbes really launched off the line there, but Leon had a pretty shocking start, and he's holding on to his teammate. But Leroy's round the outside of here into Brooklands. Can he hold on? You get the inside line now, but you could hang it on the outside here. You can get a really good exit, but I think Leroy's got the position, but it's going to be side by side approaching tops.
Look at this, it's very close. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to go side by side through Maggots and Beckett's, really, to be honest. That's something you don't want to do. It's a bit of desync there from,
Yeah, down the back, Ashiana's lost his wing and I think he's given up. He's in the wall at Brooklands, and I think he'll be retiring from the race.
There we go.
So hopefully it's no safety car for that.
Let's hope not. We'll just keep to the top left of your screen. Keep us aware. I think Taze Leroy.
Fox had a really good start, I have to say. He's on the back of Forbes, but DRS obviously not for another 2 laps. Sorry, what were you going to say about?
I was going to say Taze Leroy looks like he's actually gaining some time on Leon already. So if Leon doesn't get his head in the game at the moment, he could concede 4th place and maybe even 5th place. Maybe has got a little bit back, but Taze Leroy is keeping with Leon right now, and if he can keep in the slipstream, he could probably catch up to Leon.
Yeah.
If you just look at the their ERS, how much they've got, they're both on the same ERS at the moment, so both saving kind of just on medium at the moment, making sure they're not using too much.
The only changes in the top 10 off the grid were Foxy Dude go up to 3rd, Leon down to 3rd, Foxy Dude up to 2nd, Leon down to 3rd, and Clone to 10th from 12th, and Z3 got on the top 10. So not many changes in the top 10, but
Dan's coming up the field. I've just realised Dan started 20th, didn't he? He started at the back of the grid, and now he's up to 12th. What a start from Dan!
He's had a good clean start so far. Yeah, obviously take full advantage of other people's fortune. Obviously, he's had them soft tyres. Maybe he wanted a bit of a go off the start, jump at some place. It worked out well for him. As Foxy do 2/10 behind Rob, so these two are starting to pull away now. But Foxy hasn't got DRS yet. He's got to wait another lap for that, but. He's shown he's there, the Mercedes driver, and Freiburg being Mercedes. We've seen a lot of this recently in Formula 1 and we're seeing it here.
If you look at the front as well, Foxy Dude's catching up to Rob, isn't he? Very close between these two, obviously very close between Taze Leroy as well.
Yeah, Leon is just about hanging on to DRS range. He's just about hanging on, and DRS can drag you along. So if Leon can stay within that 9/10, he can maybe close in these two battle, but Rob...
setting the fastest lap.
Yeah, fastest lap. So these two have been quite close for the whole race. As James Slater keeps lagging first place for me, so you're going to have to keep me aware of what he's doing. So yeah, he keeps lagging.
He's all the way down in 15th, so he's not the best race so far. But Rob still leads the way. He's actually gaining a little bit from Foxy Doo since we last talked about him. A few gaps start to form, but Ollie Flavel is right behind. Is he gonna try and make a move into these next two corners? Let's just have a look. He's given him the space there, but he's let him know that he's gonna have the inside line. There is no way that Ollie's gonna overtake him here. Maybe into this corner, most likely not. I'm not very good with my corner knowledge, so you'll have to probably back me up on that.
Corner, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
The old first corners used to be the first corner back with the old layout. So yeah, obviously it's all changed. Our new pit complex, but yeah, Flavel, and obviously he's got no DRS here, so he's going to be vulnerable down the hanger straight. And Ollie will fancy his chances at 5th place here. Should have a good exit. He's got a really good exit. He's got around the outside, does he? Yes, around the outside of Stowe. Can he hang on? No,
it's going to be close. Is he going to get the switch back? Yeah. No, he's not. Used the track well, used the track limits well.
And the top four, just notice top four all start close up on each other. I thought Ollie lost it a little bit there. It's going a bit deep. That might allow Westy through. No, it doesn't. Obviously, this used to be DRS zone in 2018, but it's not anymore. So I don't get why that was DRS zone in 2018. It was hardly effective, but yeah, that's gone now. So
watch out for
struggling. He's struggling.
Struggling, is he? Watch out for Foxy Dude. He will have DRS. He's got 3 times behind Rob. He's got all the DRS in the world really at the moment. Rob is saving. This is going to be the race. This is going to be a change for the race leaders. It looks like as Foxy Dude retakes the lead. Well, he doesn't retake the lead. He takes the lead, but Rob does fight back, and it is going well for Rob at the moment. He's keeping his lead pretty strong. These two behind him, as these two are battling, they're going to be licking their lips as they are able to get closer. And these two
almost
very
contact.
Yeah, I was going to note that as well. A bit of an interesting maybe tactic to go on the outside for Foxy's dude there. I don't think you could get him on the outside of that corner.
Foxy's got to back out a little bit here, maybe get a good exit, and that's what he's doing. I think get a slingshot, a good exit here, and should get it down the hanger straight, which is the more likely to take opportunities. He gets a good exit.
Yeah, it's got the exit.
Surely a slam dunk P run here. Surely inside line.
Watch out for Leon as well. Leon is closing in as well. He probably isn't going to close in enough. He's actually going to try a little bit. I think Rob just covers it a little bit, but Leon was thinking about it for a little while, I believe. And Taze Leroy is also right behind him as well.
Around the outside, holds him off, but Odds can get a good exit here into the final corner, but he can't really overtake here. You've got to just get this is going to
he's got a bare exit. Watch out for the first corner here. This is going to be side by side. Actually, Yunol's backing out.
Yeah.
Oof. Ollie's takes 5th place.
Westy's right in there amongst this, and we go back to the front. It's Foxy Dude.
He's leading the race again. Rob's lost that position. He will have DRS though, so this will be interesting to see what Foxy Dude is going to do. They've all turned down their ERS a little bit, but here comes Rob, who takes the lead and quite convincingly, comfortably gets past Foxy Dude. But Foxy Dude trying to get the switch back, and he might actually lose position to Leon here, because Leon is on his inside. He probably keeps to position for now. Maybe Slipstream might push Leon to pass Foxy Dude. Maybe these two are going to go side by side, maybe for the lead as well. It's going to be very close here between these three.
Separated top 4, by the way, at the moment.
That is incredible. This league is just amazing. Pinnacle Tier is probably the best tier out of all the four. It's very exciting. It happened in Austria and it's happening here.
Got a good opportunity now. The double DRS. What can he make of it though?
Oh, Foxy Dude's gone in. I think Rob's kept his position. He has pretty well as well. But what's Leon going to do into this corner? Is he going to maybe conserve again? Rob's actually gone to the inside. Might retake the lead, but Foxy Dude has retained his lead for now.
It's on the compromise line there, so yeah, he's going to get a run here. But again, you have to, if you're going to take a dabby, you have to rely on the guy ahead, give you the position, and Foxy's not going to do that. Rob's going to be very close, but these guys seem pretty much on edge as Dan's our first pitter, so
he's retired actually.
Yeah, they picked up damage there, I don't know, but we're down to 17 winners out of 20 entrants.
Obviously someone had connection issues, 2 people have crashed out already. Skeven I've been surprised with. I've noted that he's had quite a lot of pace, but I know he's on the mediums, but he's still down in 16th, probably not what he wanted unless he's obviously spun or something, but I
don't know.
Much faster start.
Charge through the field there as Foxy's pulled up a little gap, but Rob's still in DRS range of these front 4. As all these now passed, now can Ollie catch these guys? Can he catch these guys and make it a 5-way battle for the lead?
Struggling, isn't he, at the moment? Yeah. I'm actually surprised.
He's struggling for traction, it seems like. Just the car seems to, I don't know if he's got tyres overheating, but surely it'll overtake this early, so might see an early pit stop for the Alpha driver.
He's already 8 tenths behind Ollie, and I don't believe it's been too long since he passed. I mean, it's showing that he's 5 tenths in, but that's obviously because of DRS, obviously. But Ollie's now.
Westy's starting to gain on him. He's struggling. Every time I go above him, he just doesn't seem to have the grip of the other guys around him.
He's starting to lose it a little bit. Obviously, tyre grip at this point will start to go. Usually, you'll see drivers coming around lap 9 to 11, maybe lap 9 to 12, but. I would say coming at lap 10, maybe lap 11 is probably the most favourable time to come in for those mediums. But wonders to see what Yanol does, because like you said, he seems like he's struggling for traction, struggling for pace a little bit. Is he going to get off these softs and maybe move to the mediums as soon as possible?
Now you'll drop to the back of the field because of the pit delta, but you have a lot of clean air, so you have an opportunity to have an undercut. As these drivers, they're all separate. The whole field separated by well,
11 seconds. There's 11 seconds between the top and the bottom, and
so,
the only real
so
the only real gap at the moment.
7 laps. I have to say 11 seconds whole field. That's very close after 7 laps.
The only real gap is between Ron Line and Nexus Clone. There's a 3-second gap between them, almost a 4-second, but there's no real huge gaps. I mean, you can argue Ollie Favel's got away from a bit, and there's a bit of gap between Ollie and obviously Taze Leroy, but besides that,
he's got a real legend here for P7.
It's going to be close between these two. Legend's going to back out of it for a little bit, but is he going to try to switch back? No, he's not. Maybe try it into this corner, maybe. Probably not.
No. We say Legend's in 7th place, but he's only like 4 seconds off the lead, so yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. If someone tries the undercut out of 7th or 8th and just gets a real good set of laps going, I wonder if Yanul could possibly do that. Maybe could be a coincidence to why he's being so slow at the moment. You never know. Perhaps you wonder, don't you? It's only 4 seconds difference. If you could pull off an undercut and then just have that extreme amount of pace compared to the others, you could really possibly have a chance to take the lead, especially the top 4. I wonder who's going to come in first out of these 4.
Yeah, I wonder. If I was Leo, I'd be fancying the swap, because if you win these guys, when he pits, these guys will be battling, and when you battle, you lose even more time. So that'll make the undercut even more effective. So yeah, if I was Leo, I'd be diving the pits. Maybe not this lap, maybe next lap.
I think this lap may be a bit too early if you're going for the soft medium strategy. If you're going for the soft hard strategy, yeah, fair enough. But those hard tyres are not going to be as effective as those medium tyres, which obviously will probably affect the end of the race for you. To be honest, I mean you'll have more tyre there, but in terms of grip, you'll have roughly the same, maybe even a bit worse.
No, they're all staying. Ollie's coming in. Ollie's doing.
Ollie's coming in. Let's see what happens here then. Ollie will probably move back down to the back of the field because, like we said, like just a lap ago, it was
30 seconds. Like
11
30
seconds between them.
Almost 30-second loss, isn't it? So yeah, it will be like half a lap down almost. So yeah,
he'll have a lot of track space though, wouldn't he? There'll be no cars around him, so he'll have all that
clear air. Yeah, be able to do one really good lap. Maybe turn his fuel mix up and his ERS up a little bit, and yeah, let's see fastest lap come Wally Favell next lap round.
Let's actually see what his ERS is like quickly.
Leroy and Leon here. This is very close. Leon's off DRS, and Leroy is going to.
It's very close between the two. I just checked Ollie Favell. I just missed that, but it's very close between these two. Almost touching each other, banging wheels with each other. It's going to be very close. A second ago into Cops going down to Maggots Beckett's. Leroy's on the outside. They touch wheels, they bang wheels, and Leroy's gone well wide there. Willie had to give track position back to Leon there for sure. He would.
So yeah,
it's very close.
Yeah, that was. But Leon's lost DRS now, so that might help Leroy get by. Leon's got a really poor run out there. This will be an easy overtake for Leroy up to third place.
If he's got the ERS, has he got the fuel? But he has got past anyway. I mean, that was a little bit anticlimactic for myself. And he's actually diving into the pits. So is Leon. So is everyone. Junel's staying out.
You know the Westie's staying out. So yeah, they're going for a slightly longer run. So they'll lose ground, but they're going fresher tyres at the end. I felt. But it's going to be quite a congested pit lane. So a couple of these guys, I think they're gonna get held up here. And obviously Westie had to stay out because his teammate came in. So Westie had no option but to stay out.
I'm just on board with Ollie now to see whereabouts he's going to be. I'm going to just go on board with Leon to see where he is. Foxy Dude, he was out ahead of him, yeah. Foxy Dude, he was in the lead, wasn't he? Or was Rob in the lead? I couldn't remember, but if he was in the lead.
Yeah, him and Rob were very close, and this is going to be... I think
Ollie's just come round.
It's going to be close.
Oh, it's going to be very close here. Ollie's up to second, actually. He's up to second, obviously, not right now, but in terms of when everyone pits, he's up to second place.
He's going to DRS though, isn't he? He's going to have the better, his tag's going to be a lot warmer, so he's going to have much more grip. He's got more of a better line. He's got a much better line than Foxy Dude. I mean, the ERS, so he's running out of it a little bit, but he has got the move done, and he is your provisional leader, so... The undercut did work, but Foxy just back at him. It's going to be very close. Has he got him on the outside? I believe he has so. Great racing from these two again, and at the moment we're just waiting for everyone else to pit, but let's just go to the lead between the two. There's no real battles at the front at the moment, but these two are your two leaders provisionally. But when are they coming into the pits? Unil's coming into the pits, West's coming into the pits, Ron Line's coming into the pits now. Yeah, you can see Freeburn as well, so Unknown African will take the lead on the counter strategy with Praga in second place. So obviously them guys, they're going a lot longer. They're going to almost like lap, would you say lap 6, 17, 18? Would you say now 6 softs on to the end?
I think it's roughly around 17, 18. Yes, I would assume so. Since like if you've seen these soft tires, they should last roughly around 10 laps really before they really start to wear.
They'll be fresh soft, won't they? They'll have less fuel, so yeah, they'll be better tyre wear. Foxy starting to pull the gap on Ollie now, so by there, he got by with the switch back into Brooklands, and he's starting to pull away now. Oh, you know it's going to come out just ahead of Rob Forbes. Rob Forbes going to dive it down the inside here.
Oh, very close at the back there.
Legend.
There's three of them as well.
Oh my god.
Legend there, just trying to maybe get a move on as well. That was very close between the three of them.
What to say? You hasn't lost that much time. He's right. If anything, he's gained time. I have to say. So that overcut did work for him. There's a bit of contact there.
Whereas when did Nexus come in for his pit stop? I'm not sure what lap. Actually, I do realise what lap he's. Yeah. So they're coming for a lap before. So the undercut has kind of worked for some of these guys. Yunol has actually come out ahead of everyone else, and Nexus has he's actually battling with. Oh Jesus! Look at that behind there between these two. You do not want to get. Do not want to get this close to Maggots Beckett.
Well, our line's come out of nowhere, and he's right in this battle as well. He's really good. Yeah, that overcut, it wasn't as disastrous as what it would be, because they're right in the battle still.
Wesley's now past Rob. That's a disaster for Rob, though, isn't it?
He was in second place.
Second place, and now technically he's all the way down like in 8th place or something because everyone's made a pit stop behind him. He's near the back of that train as well, so he is probably the biggest loser.
So so 4 take 4. Yeah, he's like 8th from he's 7th. It's like 7th or 8th. I think. Yeah,
I think he's 8th place.
Yeah, 8th, from second, and our line is looking to take that position off him in the racing point, and Leroy needs a bit of help in that switch championship because Leon is on the back of Ollie now, so Ollie's did the undercut but he started to fall back down the field again.
Very close between these two, and obviously your leader as well right now, Foxy Dude, who's had a stunning race, hasn't he? I don't know if he's already won this season. I didn't check if he's already won, but
he's yet to score a point this season, so
he's yet to score a point this season.
Neither's Rob Forbes, so both them guys haven't scored a point, so both they get off the mark today, and they should do, judging by their pace.
Similar to Yunul, then it could be it could be a point scoring win as your first points, which is very interesting to see because that'll be 2 races in a row showing that the quality in this division is just getting better and better. And obviously Leroy, I believe, like you said, he got podiums on his debut as well, so it just shows the quality is getting better and better in this league, let alone, and all the gaps and everything are very, very close between everyone at the moment.
As the front 3 of the clutch strategy, they're all pretty close. You've got Unknown African, Prague and Skiland, so they're pretty close, but they'll be going long, and that, just watch them in the second half of the race, them soft tyres, how far can they move the field?
I think they can move up quite a bit. I think a lot of the guys though are starting to catch up a lot. Like you said earlier, the pit lane is around 30 seconds, and you see Foxy Dude, he's 50 seconds off, 15 seconds off, sorry, and there's only a couple seconds between him and the back, so there's going to be a lot of time lost. And who's gone? That's Taze Leroy. That is Taze Leroy.
I've got an explanation. Rob Forbes' lack of pace. If you go on board, if you go on outshot of him, you'll see he's missing.
Oh yeah, he's missing the right side of his the end plate of the right side of his wing.
Liam and Foxy doing a battle for net lead at the moment, which it will be once the front 3 pit. Yeah.
Next is he's actually provisionally in 5th place right now, isn't he? So for the championship, does him good, but Ollie is ahead of him, and Leon is ahead of him, and Leon is ahead of Ollie as well. So Leon actually extends his lead in the championship, which is probably not what Ollie and, well, obviously it definitely isn't what Ollie and Legend want. But Leon's
got a great opportunity down Hanger Straight here now. He's within 2 temps, and that Brown's that lag a little bit. That might distract the Williams driver, but it's going to go round the outside here. It is possible to take around the outside here, but Foxy will have the inside line, which now Liam has the inside line. So can he outbrake the Ferrari driver? Yes, he can. He's up into the net lead, 4th place, but that will become the lead once the front 3 pit. As we've got another yellow flag. Who is that? That is Z3. He's lost it.
Like I said, Z3 he had amazing race pace, but it looks like he's not going to have the great race today, is he, at the moment?
Drivers did qualify well, but their races are starting to fall apart a little bit.
There's a little bit of desync there from Foxy Dude. I don't know if you just saw that, but
stay behind Leon. Close back in again. These two battle. Ollie is gaining, and you've got then 6-7 guys behind. They're all starting to close up again. So these front 7 are starting to close up again. So
really,
14. Can't get away.
Only 14 laps in out of 26. Like, do you know who's going to win this race? You just don't know, do you? No. Any of these guys from 6th to 17th, maybe not down to 17th, since there is a little bit of gaps between Rob Forbes and etc. But you've got Ron Line, Westy, Legend, Ollie, Foxy Dude, and Leon. They're all in contention, really. If you think about it, I mean, was once again, you're saying about Yunil's pace. Is there any real explanation why his pace is maybe a little bit off the pace of the guys in front?
Maybe he's got a bit wrong direction set up. Maybe I can't really. He's a bit off in qualifying. And the race is Foxy Dude will take the lead back, is he? Well, it's not the lead at the moment. It will become
close.
The lead.
Oh, they touched.
A
little bit of touch there. Has he lost? I don't think he's lost a bit of his wing there, but if he has, probably destroyed his chances of a race win here.
Prague are battling for second, which will probably
obviously provisionally
pits. They'll probably be out the points, but they will be gaining on these guys. And it's Foxy Dude, he is looking to get that position back from the Williams driver.
I've got terrible camera angles for him at the moment, which is really annoying and frustration for me. But anyway, we'll be on board with Foxy Judges. He's about to retake the lead of this British Grand Prix, as it looks like, but don't count out Leon. Leon could possibly keep it there, but he's kept the inside line. But like we've seen in this race multiple times, drivers have been able to challenge on the outside line and maybe even get the position as well.
We've got a message from CRG Blizzard in the chat. It said that Rob apparently hit the pit wall on the pit exit, so that explains where he got the wind damage from. So obviously that pit exit is quite tight, and he scraped the wall, and that has affected his race. It probably cost him a podium position, I think.
That's not just cost him a podium position, that's probably cost him even the top 5 position if you look at it already. 4 seconds off for online.
Maybe even points. I don't know, because he's going to struggle as unknown to first of the medium guys to pit, so we'll see where he comes out.
Says he's gone up, so I don't know what's happened to James Slater then. Oh, there we go. I was going to say for a minute, it was a bit confusing. It said Unknown African was up to 3rd place. It said he's pitting and then went down to 4th place, then he's up again. I was like, what?
James Slater, we won't get his tube position across the line, so yeah.
So Unknown African starts to begin to fall right down the order. Foxy Dude currently leading this race. It's very close though between him and Leon. A little bit of lag in there. What's going on?
There's ghosting now. I don't know what's going on.
Very close. I don't know if they're still ghosting. I don't think they are, but it's still very close. Skeefan picks up a 3-second time penalty, but that's really the only time penalties we've really seen.
That's the thing with this front 7 so close. The penalty can knock you down about 4 or 5 positions. As Leon's can go around the outside there, but Foxy Dude's gonna hang on. But now Leon's got the inside line, but he can go around the outside there. Is a viable line. Is
he going to try? No, he's not going to get it. And Leon has got the lead of this race again, and Ollie is caught right up because of these two battling. Look at them battling so close, side by side, and into this cop's corner as well.
This could end in tears. So hang on though.
Need to be careful here. Be wise. Just don't try and go side by side. Just don't try and gain position here. Just get a better exit out of this corner.
They do give each other. They do race with. They do give each other room. I have to say they are very respectful. As Praga and Skeevan are in the pits, and Praga comes with a 5-second penalty, which get added on to the race. Time as Foxy will dive down the inside for you. Leo's hanging on the outside, is he? Oh, banging.
He's got it. Oh, it's very close.
That was very tight.
Is he going to try and do what I like to see most of the time? He can't perfect it though. I think he was trying to do that sort of switchback sort of thing. I don't really think it's called a switchback. I don't know. But here come the guys on the self, the guys who were leading the race. See if they've lost time to Unknown African. They should have done. But anyway, Foxy Dude right behind Leon. Ollie still right behind them as well. And Yunol's actually caught up a lot, actually, and so was Westy.
Yeah.
It's a massive train.
These guys fighting has cost them time. And yeah, now look at this. Top 8 or top 7 all in DRS of each other, yeah.
It's going to be interesting because Nexus probably needs to get a move on if he wants to keep his championship hopes in reality alive between Leon and Ollie, because Leon and Ollie are both in the podium positions right now. And down in 7th, it's not going to give you too many points, is it?
No, it's Foxy Dude with a fancy another move into cops. It's
very close again.
Will take here, I have to say. Backs out of it though, but Leon's a little bit wide. That might allow an opportunity to Magnus and Beckett. They're going to
go side by side here. Is anyone going to back out? I would have thought they'd back out. They're still going side by side. This is impressive. Oh, it's very close.
My God,
I think he's got it. Ollie as well is going to have better than Leon. I don't know if Leon's not got DRS. Leon's not got DRS. Leon's going to fall down maybe to as well. Oh my word, Leon's gone right from the lead down to 4th through Magnus and Beckett's. Oh my word. He's battling with Yunol now. As Yunol gets the position.
Out of nowhere, Ollie's taking the lead.
Oh, Ollie's taking the lead. Oh my word, that was a bit out of nowhere, wasn't it? 1 minute was Foxy Dude and Leon, the only two who are battling for the lead. And now Leon's all the way down in 4th, and now it's Ollie and Foxy Dude.
Now Westy now a rider. Now right back in this. As Ollie for all picks up a 5-second penalty for corner cutting and gaining 1 place. So,
that is probably his race win, probably gone, because I can't see any of these guys behind him backing down at all. I think it's going to be very close between any of these. Nexus Legend has lost quite a bit to online. They're online.
Leon's down in 5th, and he could do his 5th place. Look,
he's 5th place. No, he's 4th. Yeah, sorry. I was going to say for a minute.
Yeah.
He's lost so much time though. And Ollie there.
That penalty.
5 seconds.
Foxy Dude's in the front penalty at the moment. They get reviewed after the race, but if he doesn't pit...
Did you know it's a corner cut? Or not? Because I didn't really notice a corner cut. As unknown African has just retired and left the session just now.
Saw that. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, but I don't know what happened there. We might have to look back at that.
I didn't notice anything. If I'm being honest, I didn't notice anything suspicious that he cut too much of a corner. Maybe he cut a little bit, but not 5 seconds. I would have thought.
Let's
just watch Leon here. Oh, him and Unol there.
Backs out.
A little bit of lag, but Leon has just taken position. And Ronline's actually up to 5th as well. So Ronline is having a brilliant race. Yeah, he's having a brilliant race so far.
Yeah, he's right in this, and he could get a podium. He's in that podium battle.
Leon's dropped off from the top 2 as well, if you've just noticed. I mean, right now he is technically second because obviously what happened with Ollie, but obviously things will get reviewed after the race, and maybe that will get taken away from him because I didn't really see much of need for a 5-second penalty, and I don't know if anyone is with Ollie right now, but maybe Ollie probably has a little bit of anger too because I didn't see much anyway. Westy is right behind Ronline. Ronline has got a better exit though, which means that he is probably going to get away. But
he's back in the lead again. He's took the position off.
It's very close. A gap starting to form between second and third. Not saying that Leon is out of this. Leon could definitely come back at Foxy Dude, and I'll say Ollie for now because obviously, like we said, it might probably going to be under review at the end of the race. But still, any of these top 6 could win this race, and there's still 7 laps to go in this race. Who have you got as your race winner?
Oh, I don't know. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. The 6. You can say a domino. It's got 6 sides. But this race is a domino. Any of these 6 could win it. And never not a legend either. He can catch back up on these guys. I think Leroy's maybe out of it. I think that spin has cost him.
That spin has probably left him in the dust.
9th place off Rob Forbes, so he's on the soft tyres. Now, where can he get up to? Can he maybe get Leroy? I think it's possible for him.
I mean, he has got the better tyres, and he also has the tyres earlier. What was that about Leon? I believe he's about Leon.
Oh no, Ollie's just taking the lead again, sorry.
Oh. He's caught right up, Leon has actually, because he's now 2/10 off the 2 leaders. I believe it was 1 point, it was 1 second, so...
Maybe it was...
Just don't count anyone out at the moment.
No, there's Ollie Furr's got a lot of battery left, I have to say, and the guys behind... apart from, guys behind are sort of draining it a little bit, so maybe he's got a bit of hold, but Fox to go around the outside here. And Leon, if these 2 come together, Leon will take the lead.
Or is it going to go 3 wide in this corner? Maybe not 3 wide, but it could have done for 1 minute. I believe Ollie has track position, and then followed by Foxy Duke, then followed by Leon, but it's very, very close between these 3. Has backed off a little bit. He's like 8/10 about. Ron Line's right close to him as well. It's a battle for 4th at the moment. It's also a battle for the lead, but technically it's just a battle for the lead. And they're going side by side through, through Magnus Beckett's.
Guys are brave. I have to tell you, they are brave.
They are brave. They're backed out of it, but I mean, whenever I go into it, I always. Whenever I go into it, I just break and back out. I'm just like, no, I'm not going through there side by side. I don't want to cause an incident too much. But at the moment, these guys have a lot of respect for each other, and they are being very ballsy now, obviously, because we've only got 6 laps to go, remember, to find out who's going to win this race. And any of the top 6, maybe even the top 7, if Nexus Legend can just pick up the pace a little bit. He's now 2 seconds behind, so it's kind of doubtful, but...
Yeah, I think he's dropping off a little bit. I think it's going to be six-way battle for the win as Foxy Dude and Ollie, they seem to be together for the past 5 laps.
Ollie is locked up a little bit. If you just noticed there, I think Foxy Dude's going to go on the outside. I don't know if he's going to try and get a switchback sort of thing going here. He's probably got a better line as well. What's he going to do? He's going to get past Ollie. He's going on the outside. Interesting, to be honest with you. But anyway,
outside because this could be inside this corner. These corners are good for racing because you can do multiple lines. As Ollie's back, Foxy's back in the lead now, but Leon is right there. The 2 championship contenders, and Ollie. This penalty, he's got to drop to about 7th or 8th at the moment, so...
It's huge miss, that penalty was. At the moment, though, Leon is close behind him. And look at Yanor is caught up by 2/10 now. Ron Line as well is right behind him as well. Wesley has backed off a little bit, but you've got to think also about the ERS these guys may be saving.
Yeah. we'll see some tactics later on the race at DRS. Maybe some guys want the same DRS for this final, straight at the final lap. That could be something to look out for, because watching on board this race, the DRS does seem extremely powerful here.
It does look very extremely powerful, as I'm on board with Ron Line right now, who is only 1 tenth behind. But look at this train. What a perspective it would be just to be in this moment right now, just
like
watching behind.
3 or 4, wouldn't you? You think it was like 3 or 4? Look at
Maybe
this,
even just lap 1, not lap 22, of course not. I expect it to be a little bit more spread out than this. Not too spread out, but a bit more spread out than this, especially the top 6. But you know it's gone off. What's happened there?
Wing damage, I saw a bit of debris flying.
Probably hit the back of Leon, perhaps. Maybe a little bit of contact between the two there. But Ron Line's up to 4th. We said about Ron Line's pace and everything. Maybe he could get a podium. He's had a smashing race so far. Maybe it's a podium on for Ron Line. If he could just get past Leon, and obviously Ollie's 5-second penalty would put him up to 3rd place.
Yeah. Obviously, that instantly might allow Legend to get some positions back on these guys' head. He's got wind damage. He's gonna suffer through the market to Beckett through sector 2, so we'll keep an eye on that. As Ollie Favels, he's dropped back a little bit, I have to say, for a little bit of a gap. As Leon is now threatening for 2nd place.
Let's go on board with him then at the moment. A little bit onto the gravel there, maybe not help with his exit, but he does have DRS, Ollie does, so it should be able to retain 2nd place. He will not challenge Foxy Dude, nowhere near Foxy Dude, but he will catch up to him slightly. Leon's just behind, just catching up with Ollie as well, but no one's making positions except for Westy. And what's happened to Westy there? He's just pulled out of it.
Yeah, I think Westy sort of got forced off track a little bit there in Stowe, and has got by as Praga pit, so obviously Praga picked up the wind damage there. And
you said about debris. You said about debris with he's actually got no wind damage at all. So I don't know.
Praga, I don't know. He seems quite a long way back though. I don't know. Maybe it's Westy. I don't know.
No, it's not Westy either. Perhaps you're just seeing things because obviously just went off the track. But I don't know why.
I just saw something fly up, so I don't know if. Yeah,
it's probably just the dirt or something that you've got caught out with. I won't be surprised because it's a bit of adrenaline rush.
Let's not forget, the outside of the top 10, you set a fast lap, you'll score points. So Praga has got the opportunity now to set the fastest lap, but he lost more points than he would have been about 5th or 6th position, I think, if he did that like with damage. So unlucky for him, but he's still got a chance to get the point.
I believe Z3 and Skeven have got the point scoring for the fastest laps at the moment, with Z3 with a 1:29.1, which is the fastest lap of the race, and Skeven down in 10th there with a 1:29.3, which is faster than anyone else, I believe.
Skeven and Rob Forbes are very close for the 9th place, so obviously Rob Forbes is hanging on for a point after today. He's doing well, that wind damage, he's going to get a point. It's looking like a bag for bones, 7 seconds behind, so
gotta think though, Skeven and James Slater are both on soft tyres, so you know what? Rob might even lose both positions. Maybe not on this lap, but maybe in the future.
Sorry, I don't have James Slater's gap, so I don't know where he is.
James Slater's right behind him. He's he's 1/10 behind him. He was right behind Skeven in the first place, and Ollie has got another 3-second time penalty. Where's that going to put him down to? That put him down into like 8th.
Yeah, put him behind Leroy, and it depends what Skevan can really do. Laps here, Skevan might even get ahead of him. So yeah, that is
huge for Ollie. He must be absolutely livid with himself.
And now Leon has got an opportunity here, but Ollie's got DRS, and that might save him. Indeed, it does.
He's starting to get some penalties coming through. That's obviously because and maybe Leon had probably a little bit of a scare there because Ollie did brake a little bit late into that corner because he probably underestimated how much he needed to break through that corner now. But
penalty now, so that might
everyone's getting penalties.
This point of the season, Forbes not out of it yet. Z3 picked again, so he's going for that fastest lap and clones it as well. So
he's got the fastest lap currently, but who knows? Someone could probably take it from his grasp if he's not careful. Obviously, you do get.
Dude, do I say it's hard to say, but you can't really say about a 5-10 gap that's comfortable, but it does seem to be pulling away a little bit at the moment. Ollie's gained now a little bit on that straight, so Foxy Dude, he's looking good for a win at the moment, but he's still got 2 more laps to go, so you can't count chickens just yet.
It's so close between any of these four, and it looks like any of them can win it. If you look at the intervals right now, there's 4 seconds. Sorry, not 4 seconds. 4 tenths between each of them. Well, it's now 3 tenths for Ollie. There are yellow flags in sector one, so someone has spun it. I don't know who that actually was. Maybe someone hasn't spun it. I don't know.
No, I think that might have been. I don't know what that was. Yeah, but yeah.
Still a little bit of a
Ollie's
train.
gained a lot now. Ollie. No, Foxy did crucially. He hasn't got that much battery left, so he's got to save for the final lap. And Ollie hasn't got much either. But
Right now, he's winning this race though, because Leon has to get by Ollie, and Ollie is not letting him go.
our line, he's on for a podium at the moment. If he sticks in there, he's on for third place. So he'd be his first ever podium on hub racing, and yeah,
I think it's been a very good race, and not gonna lie, he'll probably be my driver of the day. I mean, he's gone up 5 positions, and I know Skeeven's gone up 10, but in terms of an impact, Ronline has just been in with a chance of the win today, and I think he still has that chance to win. I would say he's my driver of the day at the moment, unless anything sort of dramatic happens.
Sort of keep it clean in the final lap, because you know he's sort of around a second behind. So just need to keep it clean. He should get the podium as we're going to touch final lap with Foxy Dude. Ollie has caught up a lot here on Foxy Dude, and the final lap's about to begin now. It's been quite a quick race, I have to say. It's flown by, this race.
It's flown by, but it's been an absolutely great race. Again, very close between everyone. And we're now entering our final lap. There is a yellow flag in sector 3. Could that be any of the top drivers here? No, it is not at the moment.
Phantom yellow flag, I think. I don't know what it's for, but yeah.
Foxy Dude still leading this race. Yeah, Ollie Favell just right behind. Is he going to pass him on the DRS3?
I think he wants to win the race on track. I think that's what he wants his statement from this race. I want this on track. But Foxy Dude is getting good exits, and that's helping him out a lot.
I think
he's going down the straights, but it's not by enough. And I think Foxy Dude's got this covered, because Leon has to pass the McLaren and the Ferrari in half a lap, which I thought was going to happen.
Nexus Legend is right behind Taze Leroy, by the way. Don't know if Taze Leroy's got damage. He's gone a lot deep, but I've just got to stick with Nexus Legend just for a couple of seconds to see what he can do. He's on the outside of Taze Leroy now. This could be very interesting.
He's got penalty now, so that makes Ronline's podium even more secure. As Foxy Dude, sorry, what's happening with Legend?
There's a battle going through. Maggots and Beckett. I don't know if he's going to pass Leroy, but I don't know where Foxy Dude is now. He is going to win this race, as it looks like. There is probably no way anyone can get by. I probably should go back to Nexus, but I'm going to stay here. Nexus has got by Taze Leroy. It's very close between the two.
Foxy Dude's about to cross the line, so we go on board with him, and he's going to win his first ever one race, his first ever point.
Wow,
his first ever victory.
what a race as well. And Ron Line's up to 3rd place, and if you look at it, Ollie there, he's all the way down to 6th already, but with finishes still to go. Taze Leroy's now come around the final corners. Is he going to pass him? He's out. But Ollie has finished 6th. Taze Leroy's down to 8th. He must have spun on the final corner there. I don't know what's happened to him, but he's out of this race. But he does finish 8th either way. So he does cross the line before he crashes out, which is lucky for him. Must be a huge sigh of relief.
First point of the season in 10th place. So well done to him, and well done to Foxy Dude and Leon now online.
Wow, what a race though. Ron Line though, what a race for him, all the way to 3rd place, and like you said, very good performance. He's been
6 positions as well, from 9th on the grid to 3rd, so pretty solid drive for the
we go to position change.
I didn't expect to see a race spot on the podium. I didn't expect to see that race spot on the podium, and Praga,
no.
He does get the point for the fastest lap outside the top 10, so well done to him. And I believe inside the top 10, who got it? I need to have a look at the results.
I believe it was Z3. He's actually got the fastest lap of the race, I believe.
Oh, mate, he didn't cross the line when I checked then, so yeah.
It was a great race, all throughout the race, everywhere. And IRL Neon Rapid, bad race, no grip, no pace, disappointed. I'm not sure who that is.
That's C3. Is that C3? I don't know who that is.
I'm not sure who it is. Don't think it's Z3, because Z3 usually just uses his name. Either way. Yeah. I've just accidentally skipped the podium celebrations. Sorry about that.
We've got the Ferrari on top with the Williams in 2nd and the Racing Point in 3rd. So
wow.
Obviously Racing Point, they're based at Silverstone, so a good home race for them on the podium. As we'll quickly run down the order for you, and then we'll discuss our drivers of the days.
So Foxy obviously wins this race with Leon in second. A great race from Ron Line today from 9th to 3rd. Westy in 4th place, 7th to 4th as well. It's a good race from him. Yunol stays in 5th as he started on 5th and ends in 5th. Ollie in 6th. Legend in 7th. Tazy Roy all the way down in 8th from 4th place on the grid. James Slater up to 9th from 14th. And Rob Forbes, who got pole position, remember, is all the way down in 10th. A very disappointing race from him. Skeven has moved up to 11th, but he was in 10th provisionally. I think due to penalties, though, he's down to 11th. Bag of Bones in 12th. Praga 13th. Jonas in 14th. Z3 15th. Next is Clone 16th. And I believe all the rest others retired, so I just about got it in time. Anyway, so that was a great race, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very exciting. Obviously, Silverstone does just work good races, and we just want another crack at that again.
Very, very close between all of them. But before we end the stream, we need to announce who is the driver today for you.
Well, I know you're going to go for our line, so I'm going to go for our race winner, Foxy Dude. A really accomplished driver from him. He dealt with the pressure really well, and had a good start, and he was a guy. It was a pretty close race, but I think he had the slightly better pace. So I'm gonna go with Foxy Dude for the driver of the day.
Interesting. And as Kieran has already told me, we're never right with the driver of the day, but I'm gonna go for Online. I said it I said it on lap 24. I'm gonna say it now. He had an amazing race today. Maybe a little bit fortunate to be on the podium, considering obviously Ollie's penalties. But despite that, he's had a great race today. And not gonna lie, kind of a surprise race, to be honest with you, because he was quite off the pace in Austria, and it's an amazing comeback to come to Britain and come from 9th to finish on the podium. He must be absolutely chuffed with that. But it would be a shout out to Foxy Dude, but my driver today does go to Ron Line.
Yeah, see them polls. They'll be up tomorrow, I believe, on Twitter, so check them out and vote for your favourite. And the results will be announced on Tuesday, I believe. So yeah, you've got all the weekend to meal over that, and when you meal over that, you can go on board with the Prestige tier. I believe they're in qualifying now, so go on board Alex for that. And so I enjoyed that race today. Good race. Off to next round is Germany, Hockenheim. What do you think about that track? Is it a track you quite enjoy? Or?
It's a track that I don't really like that track. Ron Line's actually just asked, are there any podium interviews? I don't believe there are.
No, sadly not.
No, but back to Germany. It's not really a track I favour, but hopefully I can have a good race in Podium Tier, and hopefully these guys can perform a good race as well. And that really bad turn 1, which could really screw your race up if you don't get it correct, that's going to be everyone's nightmare.
So somebody is the last race winner there, so yeah, we'll see that. So yeah, that'll go sadly, but yeah, we'll catch you all next week. I don't know who's going to be commentating next week, but
I don't think Kieran's here again. I don't think he's here again.
We'll see. So I'll be here next week. So whoever's with me, you'll join me. I've been Jamie Metcalf.
And I have been Sam Thompson, and we will see you next week in Germany.